You know that feeling, right? You polish your resume, send it off for a job you're perfect for, and it just disappears into a black hole. Well, that whole black box is being pried wide open by generative AI. Today, we're going to dig into how this tech is completely rewriting the rules for how companies find and hire people.
So let's just get right to it. Is a robot reading your resume? The short answer is, yeah, pretty much. But it is so much more sophisticated than you're probably imagining. We are way past simple keyword searches now. We're in a totally new ballgame.
And it all really starts with this fundamental change in thinking. We're moving from a world where HR departments were drowning in these unmanageable piles of PDFs to a system that actually helps them focus on, the people.
This really shows you the heart of the transformation. The old way was just so document-heavy. HR was basically file management. The new AI-powered way turns hiring into this dynamic, ongoing workflow. It's way less about paperwork and way more about provable skills that are backed up by actual evidence.
Okay, so where does this new process even begin? Well, it starts right at the very beginning, with the job ad itself. That's the first touch point, right? And AI is making it smarter and a whole lot more effective than it's ever been. So how does it actually work? Well, instead of a hiring manager just staring at a blank screen, the process becomes super collaborative. An HR partner just plugs in the basics, the goals for the role, the key skills, the salary, and the AI drafts multiple versions of the ad. It can tweak them for different platforms, localize the language for different countries, and even personalize outreach messages to tons of people all at once.
And when we say personalization at scale, we are not talking about some simple mail merge that just inserts a name. No way. The AI can actually analyze a candidate's public profile and reference specific things, like a recent project they worked on or a contribution they made to an open source project. It shows the company actually did its homework, and trust me, that gets a candidate's attention.
Okay, so the perfect ad is out there, the applications are flooding in, and that brings us to the next huge challenge AI is tackling. How in the world do you screen hundreds or even thousands of candidates efficiently and fairly?
The magic trick here is something called a structured skill map. Think of your resume for a second. It's basically unstructured data, right? It's the story you want to tell. The AI's job is to act like a universal translator. It takes that story and organizes it into structured, clean data. It pulls out specific skills, years of experience, and, this is the crucial part, measurable outcomes. It's turning your narrative into a language the recruiter can analyze in a flash.
And this is what that translation looks like on the recruiter's end. Instead of just a mountain of resumes, they get a ranked list with a super clear, evidence-based reason for why someone is a good fit. This isn't just a gut feeling, it's a data point. 3 product launches, specific tech skills, leadership experience. It's clear, it's concise, and it's something they can actually defend.
So now that we have a strong, evidence-backed shortlist, we can move on to the interview. And here, AI's role kind of shifts. It's no longer a screener. It's more like a co-pilot, helping the human interviewers conduct better, more structured interviews. The #1 goal here is consistency. We've all been there. Different interviewers have different styles, they ask different questions, they focus on different things. To create a more level playing field for everybody, AI can propose a standard bank of questions for every candidate, generate a consistent scoring rubric, and even provide templates for notes. It's all about bringing some much-needed structure to the process.
Now, this technology is obviously incredibly powerful, but that kind of power has to be managed responsibly. So let's break down the clear benefits and then the absolutely essential guardrails that you need to make it work.
The benefits are pretty compelling. Companies can fill roles much faster, which is a huge competitive edge. Candidates get a better, more responsive experience. No more black hole. And like we just saw, the whole evaluation process becomes way more consistent. It's a classic win-win-win.
But, and this is a big but, you can't have those benefits without putting up some strong guardrails. For every single advantage, there has to be a matching safety check. For instance, the system has to be designed to ignore protected attributes, things like age or gender. You have to run regular checks to analyze the system's impact for bias, and most importantly, the human element has to remain front and center.
In fact, you could say this is the ultimate guardrail, the absolute must-have. Technology can suggest, it can rank, it can summarize. But the final decision, that choice to hire a person, must always be made by another person. The AI is an assistant, it is not the boss. And that really brings us to our final thought for today. As these AI tools get even more sophisticated and more integrated into how we work every day,
it forces us to ask a really profound question. What role is human judgment going to play in hiring 5 or 10 years from now? Is it going to be our greatest asset or our biggest liability?